in my circle, you can't fit. Don't too many, be on some anti. I told her pull up, she asked me do I. Right now I'm fresh as hell, somebody take a flip. Pretty, back to back to back. Gang, back to back to back. Trailing me, back to back to back. Back to 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 back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover cha-cha. Gon' show you cha-cha. Gon' back to back like Rose and Matt Black, my Rover cha-cha. Gon' show you cha-cha. They gon' heat me up, I been trying to keep it cool. These little, they try to start it. Too late, my finger was already on. Call me Shovel Man, she like the way I pull up and I. The 100 times they ask, I be like, I ain't never. All that beating around the bush, homie, say it with your chest. Got a lot of dog on me, know you probably smell it. Like my name, Jody, pull up in the vet. Go and check the news, Brody heard somebody stress. In your feelings by the better get a grill. Tired of getting taxed for that, take a trip. I got right here for show up, make everybody dip. Went to visit Granny, she say, what's that poking out your hill? I told Brody walk behind so he can catch me if I slip. She begging me to take a sip. First she drove the boat, then she like a ship. First you load it up, then you empty out the. I'm not no button, not no wrinkle clothes, it ain't no pressing me. I got on Vinci, LV, no night, but I got that check on me. If I swing this from left to right, gon' have to check on your homie. Lil' Brun, I'm known for stopping cars, but they be on go for me.
You can get a glimpse when I'm out, it's bad luck. I just put 10 mil in the pen, it made me feel better. They're passing out deep, I'm cold with the. My little young ran an M on the road, he a scammer. Drippin' money cloud, splash, I'm covered in bells. I'm clever, vendettas, raw, whatever. I'm a rebel, but better. If I go federal. I pour up, I don't measure. Soon I met her, I leveled up, my bread up. I'm fed up, it's pressure, it's gang, you can't hang. We slamming out whoever. I keep it on, get stuck on it. Mace and Margiela. Got 2 cribs in Alpharetta, they down the street from each other. I know the spot. My Lil Wayne, he know the laptop. Shorty having Chris Vick, he a vampire. Camping right in front of your house and start up a campfire. I just did my numbers then from her, this wasn't a landslide. Ain't gonna be no who this shit, I'm spinning back to back. Any say they want that issue, I'm going 50, and then got arrogant. My natural habit. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to 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 back. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back.
Yeah. Up now, isn't okay. I'm a real snob, I need a parfait. I need to meditate with the bunny on my stay. I'm finna give it a good shot, my case. She want the Mew Mew, she want the EJ. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a band on a that band-aid. Thinking I missed, baby, is a mistake. I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rap if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby, I ain't like the rest of them. She a fanatic for that dun. Yeah, new house in the hills. Fine, waiting for me down in Brazil. 5, had to go on for the kill. It's 5 plus 8, you know the deal. It's a skinny leg legend. Oregonian, it's hard to meet a Fevin. I might grow me a gut like my dad. My folks want grandkids really bad. So baby, do you wanna be a mini baby mama? Yeah, our kids could be East African, or they could be an accident. How you rap like that's what they asking him. I was poor and I'm black, so I'm taxing them. Just a couple reparations that I factor in. We saw the Toyota Ethiopians, yeah, but I'm on right now. I wanna stop and get down. A lot of rain in my life I found, so please shut the pipe down. I need that.
As an immigrant fracture barrier, everything, but you have to face it. I've been working my butt off, you know?
After my grandfather, so I can't put shame to the name I'm proud of. If they it up correct, don't treat your family with honor.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Here's the kicker, Harrison Mevis, out to get us started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's running past the 30-yard line there. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another run for Gibbs here. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season has been an absolute disaster. Total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
DC! Watch the back on this play! Watch the back on this play! Double up!
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he'll work down inside the 45. The Lions at 5-3 now on the year. And they come in playing some pretty decent football, 5-3 over their last 8.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and put the receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
A good pickup there, a 22.
So I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Jets, nothing. Jack Fox, the kickoff for the Lions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pass midfield. Still going. And a terrific return as they finally do stop it, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown.
Arian Smith.
Arian Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's got 40 inside the 20 to the 18.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
180!
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
He was brought down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped it, and they did. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8. Mayfield looks to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield.
Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Jets there as they got themselves a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Jets.
Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
It's second down.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll give the Hall. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Arian Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Goff now looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for it so far.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. A little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Like 20, DC. Call up on there.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Like 20.
Looking to throw. That's complete right side. It's to Slaw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of
11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Detroit Lions first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll go again with Gibbs. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Like 20.
Goff now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
The kicker on for the point after.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now give to Gibbs, running left. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Got his man. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Bates' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. This one deep for Wilson. And this one is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Mayfield.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for Jets. First down.
Mayfield now. And it's complete to Mitchell. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second and a cover.
We just saw an example of what we talk about all the time when we meet with coaches. They want that hidden yardage to come to the front when they throw the football. Throw it, catch it, and then pick up more yardage after the catch.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 30 yards. And the Jets have retaken a third-quarter lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Jets.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just saying, let's just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
From the 33, here's second down and 5. Play action. It's gone. Open man. That's too short. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Daniel Sherwood there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9. Out of the gun. Goff. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And the Jets. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receiver.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. There's another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Versatility is showing those hands.
It's a gain of 11. And the Lions first down.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This is caught inside the 15. And they do get it down, but not before he's he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Gone. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Jameson Williams from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this third quarter. One after here coming up. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Lions 24, Jets 21. Jack Fox.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Throwing, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Jets. First down. It's a gain of 6. First
Mayfield.
New York.
And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A give running right is Hall. And some room to run now. Breece Hall. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. And after a break down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
24. Harrison Beavis to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. It's a foot race. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Lions. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one. That puts them in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score and it put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 40-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mayfield to throw it. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And a takeover inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Mayfield's pass intercepted.
Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback, because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. They had lots of leg behind it, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
The touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Garrett Wilson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson.
65 yards.
And the Jets strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
25-yard line.
Goff now looks to throw. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
At the 49-yard line.
Quick toss by Goff is complete. He was unable to shake free there, then covering for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now it's gone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Here's Mayfield. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew a little more time off the clock.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a one-point victory. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week offense still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England.